I need to text Cenk and Anna. Y'all can't call me for no more shows. I'm done with it. Yeah, in real life.
It's over.
Damn, that's 100.
It's never been more over.
You gotta recognize when the ship is turning directions. You can't wait till it has completely turned directions. TYT is shifting. It is shifting because the captain and the co-captain are shifting.
So I should probably introduce this. This is the Benjamin Dixon show. Benjamin Dixon is the man on the right. The man on the left is Mondale Robinson. I feel like I was told, but I have forgotten the name already of, no, it doesn't tell me in the, anybody help me out with the man in the middle? Marcus. Okay, Marcus, we don't have a last name. This piece of content, now at almost 450,000 views, has shaken the world of TYT. If I were to attribute anything to the downturn, this is December 6th to December 6th through 12th, right? This is in a week they lost 10K.
I don't really know what's going on over there, dog. Like I don't know if they had some kind of meeting or was it the Christmas party or what, where they decided that, yo, we need to do what the Joe Scarborough did that cost them so many viewers, to say that we're gonna cover Trump, Anna and Cenk showing up in the way they showing up. Yo, it ain't worth for me. I'm never gonna be quiet. So if they say, okay, you can't be on our shows no more, then I don't give a damn, because I'm not gonna be quiet about the way that they're showing up right now. You took too much.
How are they showing up, Mondale?
Like MAGA, like an extension of damn Trump. Like,
well,
bro,
no, you need to
this idea that these people ain't white supremacists, like normalizing Trump supporters as if they ain't racist, dog. I am not okay with this. I'm not gonna be good with Joe Scarborough and Mika Brzezinski or Cenk or Anna or anybody pretending that these people aren't threatening our lives. I'm a black person first. They can keep that money for them videos. I'll go back to kissing my wife and not having to create videos in the afternoon. I don't care. It's not what I'm not comfortable. We should all be mad. That was the last beacon other than Democracy Now! And Free Speech TV.
That's right.
I'm talking about progressive media. Y'all took too much money from the ethos. Y'all took too much money with too many billions of views to be doing what y'all doing right now. So I don't know who offered you a check or which check you're trying to get, but I'm disgusted by it as a contributor and a person who helped grow Rebel HQ, another money source for y'all, to over 1 million followers, dog. I average 30 million views a year on Rebel HQ myself. None of those views join my personal YouTube channel or nothing. So the pennies that they give me is not enough to make me sell my soul. I don't know what's going on. And if y'all are cool with it, I need to question y'all bona fides. And I'm not talking about YouTube personally. I'm talking about everybody who say they part of the Squirrel Gang, the Dragon Squad.
What I'm getting from him is he's somebody who feels like he has helped build TYT because he believes in it, because he believes in TYT as a tool to fight against the extreme neo-Confederate right, the insurgency of fascism in this country, and that he is looking at what he has helped build and realize that it is now being turned against the cause that he believes in. And I think he's right.
What's going on? We should be asking these questions, dog. And we shouldn't be asking these questions with questions. We should be asking these questions with the lack of subscriptions.
That's right.
That's right. In that manner. I don't give you enough to pay nobody's bill, but I subscribe at $100 a month. That's a big level from one person when you got over 1 billion views a month to TYT. As long as they're acting as if Donald Trump followers aren't the same people who are trying to kill me and my wife. And that is not hyperbole. I live in segregated world because I'm still getting death threats. The FBI had to get involved to get me my email back because I was hacked by these people. In real life, in this cycle, I've never thought I would say thank you to an FBI agent. The FBI agent called me and was like, you're in danger. Your wife can't travel by herself. So these people, and out of love and respect for my wife, I'm obligated to do it today. I'm asking real questions. Jink, Anna, and also T.
So yeah, he's subscribing at $100 a month.
For our viewers who have not watched that, could we get some exacts? Because I like TYT. I'm over here like, I hate to be like this, but I'm
So yeah, that's what Anna is like hanging her hat on, is that like, you know, he's still kind of positive about TYT.
over here like kind of innocent. Whenever I turn on TYT, I see some shit that I like. And I'm like, oh, yeah, well, because I don't watch them every day, all day. I don't watch.
No, that's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about TYT. I mean, there are great progressive ideologies on TYT, right?
Generally speaking, yes.
Speaking, but you cannot disconnect TYT from Jink and Anna's behavior since this election happened.
That's right.
So this is specific talking points that
these ain't talking points, but they doing videos, creating content, talking about, well, I met one person who changed my heart. He's a Trump voter, and he wasn't like, I don't care about that, dog. We know what's going on.
Jeff, we're talking about Jeff.
There have been real thought leaders, people who are professors at college who White Rule Rage was written this election cycle.
I feel like there's a strategy. It's an op, right? Where they get these MAGA guys carry your bike upstairs. You know, when they see a obviously a left maxing woman struggling with a bike on stairs, they send these guys in.
And those brothers who wrote that, two white professors from the University of Maryland and other spaces, and yeah, so let's just leave it there, who articulated what it means to be a Trump supporter. I'm not okay with it, dog. And I think this idea that saying or calling white supremacy is equated to calling yourself closed-minded is wrong. We don't want TYT to be closed-minded. Where's the energy you had before the election outcome? Why now is it not okay to call fascism fascism? Why now is it not okay to call?
Maybe it's because what? Because Anna won the argument, I guess.
People who won't even question or saying that J6ers are heroes and hostages. Why is
Mondale,
okay?
Anna, like, Anna's doing this though, like
Anna's father going.
Anna's leading the way.
Okay, now this is a real discourse, right? In that I'm saying it's more than just these two talking about this, right? It's more than just Marcus and Mondale having this discussion. This represents somebody who's aware of what TYT is doing on Twitter, on other shows, et cetera, and somebody who's like a casual viewer that says every time I turn in, they're talking about something that I like. They're saying something that I agree with. I don't see what the problem is. Maybe because that's the kind of the gaslighting that Cenk and Anna are doing to their audience is to keep the Marcuses of the world within the TYT superstructure is to make them think that that Mondale is a histrionic liar. That the problem is with Mondale. The problem is not with Cenk and Anna. And the struggle is for the Mondales of the world to convince the Marcuses of the world, if you get what I'm saying, that yes, indeed, there is something going on at your TYT that if you have been paying attention, if you are vaguely allied with the purpose, with the goals of TYT, with the community of TYT, that you would be against.
And hang on, I don't pull up a.
Wow, bro, really? I didn't hear enough of what she said. What did she say? Like just being on Glenn Beck is different. If you're going on Glenn Beck and cussing his ass out.
Talking about individuals.
Look, she could have gone on Glenn Beck. I didn't see it. She could have gone and cussed his ass out.
Helping nobody. I'm just
listen, Marcus, listen.
All right.
Here we go.
She was doing something else to his ass.
In reality, we're talking about individuals whose politics is mostly based on, some fringe issue or some cultural issue that they have. It's not just that they care about that issue, it's that they've taken that issue and they've made it part of their identity, the core of who they are. Mm-hmm. And it's almost like what you would expect from religious zealots, and so there's a fundamentalism involved in the way that they treat these issues, and there's no room to negotiate. There's no room.
The funny thing is, like, you could actually, so what she's talking about, a lot of what comes out of Anna's mouth these days, they're just rehashed IDW talking points. It also is tangential to a strain of thought called post-left. These are upper middle class people well-educated people. Like when we think of the right, we think of people that didn't go to college because they the first quarter there was a blue-haired prof. There's another strain of MAGA, right? That has a lot more to do with, I don't know, like say like people at the New York Times or the intellectual dark web. Your Eric Weinstein, your Brett Weinstein, people like this, people maybe that read Curtis Yarvin, and this is more of like a post-left strain, and that maybe they were even considered themselves on the left at some point, but have since changed their mind.
About the left,
maybe consider the thought concerns of individuals, and so as they become more and more kind of like authoritarian in what they demand.
But we're the authoritarians, right? It's not the IDW mentality that is actually more cult-like and authoritarian and limited. It's
they are pushing people away, and there are some issues in which the rights of one group might actually end up conflicting with the rights of another group, depending on what type of legislation you're pursuing. And so, of course, this has come up with the trans issue, and I've always been supportive of the trans.
I gotta say, I really don't like the way that she said the transition. I really don't like the way that came out of her mouth. I don't know, something about that kind of sounded like way too close to saying trans question.
Gender community, but when the rights of transgender people, particularly transgender women, start to cause some tension with the rights and freedoms of women or the perceived safety of.
Here we go. Now, if you're keeping score at home, you notice that Anna talked about trans women, and then she talked about women as two different groups. She didn't talk about this as like a Venn diagram where it's overlapping, right? In which case, the overlap with trans women and women are that this bubble of trans women is inside of this larger bubble of women, right? She's conceiving of this bubble as being outside, and of women referring to exclusively cis women. And I don't know, we got to check your karyotype, to make sure, like, you know what I mean? You don't have some kind of genetic thing going on where we're going to put you outside the bubble as well, right? We got like with the what happened at the Olympics this summer, right? There's a narrowing bubble of who is considered to have membership. In other words, she's a TERF. It's not that hard to figure out.
Women. Well, let's have a conversation.
JK Kasparian here.
Avoid assuming the worst of the people who want to have a conversation.
White women are in danger, bro. Listen, let me tell you something. This woman, that statement in itself is so dangerous, and that ain't even it. Like if you just pull up some of the stuff she put on her Instagram, all of that is crazy enough, bro. I am disgusted with this willing to play games and the fact that they're saying that we are zealots, we are religious zealots on the left. Come on,
to Glenn Beck. To Glenn Beck, right? The king of religious zealotry in conservative media, right? Here, but it's.
Yeah. No, Ben brings up a really important point. She's breaking bread over here with Glenn Beck, who is an actual religious zealot. That's what he is. That's who he is, right? Now, he's had a bunch of different, he's been all over the map as far as his takes on things. He's had a bunch of different incarnations, but the sort of one of the continuous like threads throughout his whole career is religious zealotry. That's who he is. And but to Anna Kasparian, it's just, he has a different view on spirituality, I guess, than I do. But I can respect that. What I can't respect is the religious zealots of the Max left.
Not that they're going on these platforms, it's that they're going on these platforms and they're trying to make nice with people who are literally trying to destroy not only democracy, because some people don't care about democracy. I do. But they're also actively trying to destroy the lives of 20 million of the migrant working class, right? Let's not talk about all the everyone they're going to, what they're doing with Obamacare, what they're doing with Social Security, what they're doing with Medicare, what they're doing with Medicaid. That's just the surface of it. The 50% of federal employees they're getting ready to boot out. You know how many black people that's going to hurt, right? So they're going to platforms making nice with people who have the most nefarious intentions for us at the moment. And thank you for saying it the way you did, Mondale. At the precise moment when we need progressive media on lock. We need progressive media hitting on all cylinders. And we got them instead over there trying to make nice with Glenn Beck and Tim Pool and all the rest of them. For what? For why? For clicks?
we're talking about
Hold on. I gotta go further. And we need to clip this. What I'm about to say.
Okay, but
Hold on. I want you to land it. I want you to land your plane. But right now, my soul is saying I gotta do this.
All right, go ahead.
As an anniversary gift to me and my wife, if you are watching this show right now and you subscribe to TYT, unsubscribe, and you need to get a paid subscription to Ben Dixon.
This man just invoked his wedding anniversary. That's how invested he is in this. And, as somebody who was invested in TYT, prior to this, and is now invested in waking up the TYT supporters as to what's going on with the organization, that's a pretty strong invocation.
Right now, if you love us, if you're serious about progressive policies, and you won't just do it, you will screenshot me saying this and tag Cenk in it, and Anna in it, and TYT in it, and Rebel HQ, and share it, because progressives cannot become.
So, is there any way to see how strong, how many people responded and did exactly what he said on Twitter? Because, this is the first, let's be real, okay? TYT's been fucking up for over a year now, but they haven't seen this kind of a sub drop until just now. So I'm wondering, what exactly caused that?
Kamala Harris and the Democratic Party and the establishment, because when we do that, we become unsalty. And Ben Dixon can tell you what it means when the salt of the world loses its salt.
When the salt loses its savor. Listen, I wasn't going to directly say send your subscriptions to me, but I also ain't going to miss the blessing that Mondale set up. But I will say this: wherever you send your subscriptions, I can tell you the majority report ain't moved an inch from their values. That's good ground. You can sow a majority.
That's a very fair point.
The Vanguard, them two cool white boys over at the Vanguard, they haven't moved from their values, right?
Ben Dixon.
At the expense of my own well-being, I've never moved from my values, man. I've walked away from many opportunities. Ask Sean King. I walked away before I would betray my values. We need left-leaning media now more than ever. And if TYT is not going to be that, then you need to end your subscriptions and send it to folks who are going to hold the line, who's going to look at these fascists in their face and say, if you're going to take anybody, take me first. That's the only attitude to have right now.
Hold on. There's only one thing I have to say, man. I'm not even trying to go against anything that's going on. We need to talk about the attitude of how we got here. And I'm asking that question for a reason. How did we get to a point where motherfuckers with siding with people who want to
Marcus, you went to Florida A&M, one of the, if not the smartest. I don't care what people say. And I went to 2 HBCUs and none of them were FAMU. One of the smartest 8 historical black colleges. You know why Harriet Tubman had a gun. It won't just be white folks. It was for them Negroes that was supposed to be running with us that were willing to go back because their feet were hurting.
Oh, yeah. Bastard got chicken cooking tomorrow.
Look, because think about it. If you really, thank you for setting it up just like that. Think about it. Like her one gun wasn't going to do a whole lot against all the white guns that would have came up against her. But you know what it did?
White ass. Did I say post-left? I think I meant to say post-liberal. Right, the post-left, there's a lot of different people under that umbrella, but I'm talking about post-liberals in specific here.
Solve the problem of them Negroes who was a problem trying to get free. There's always going to be a subset of us, whether it's in the black community, we got them in the black community. The same folks who sold us out on the west coast of Africa in the first place, same folks who sold out Harriet Tubman in the first place, all these people in our history, they in present today.
Hold on, Ben. I'm busy right now. Hold on, Ben. I'm busy right now. Do you, Ben? I'm asking you questions directly. Do you have a paid subscription like TYT, a website where people can go? Because it's timeout. I'm saying I'm calling timeout, and people should know I have no financial gain from Ben Dixon. I get no money from Ben Dixon. I do get money from TYT. Do you have a website or where people can go for get subscriptions? And we need more from you. We need more content. We need you putting up more progressive voices. It is time out for people that are willing to sell us out. We got to tell them, not on our watch. Amy Goodwin can't do it by herself. Democracy now is not enough. It's not enough. Subscribe.
Patreon.
I'm over it.
Post left, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, I would tend to agree, but like, no, I'm talking about post liberal in specific. I think that's what it's called, right? There's like a larger neo reactionary, I guess is the larger umbrella that we're talking about.
I'm over it.
Patreon.com/the BPD show. There we are on my Patreon page. I put us up last week. Patreon.com/the BPD show. And I mean, listen, high key, you're gonna get some high quality stuff.
I can't lie to y'all, man. I'm so like, I have saw your post, Mondale, about like the TYT folks, man, Cenk and Anna, but I haven't watched it.
FTW all DA super chatted $5. NCC Mondale clapped back under Cenk's tweet today.
Nice.
Everybody go help him GE the ratio. If you'll
Let's do that. Well, I'll pull that up.
All of you.
Well, we love you too, FTW all day. Thank you. Yeah, we'll pull up the thread. Yeah, I've been noticing Cenk has kind of been making tracks on Twitter, and it sounds like Mondale. Yeah, because Cenk's main tweet that I've been seeing everybody pass around seems to be subtweeting Mondale.
I'm gonna do my research because, like, to be honest with you, it just fundamentally doesn't make any sense for anybody to be an ally of us. I'm not a group think. But first off, guys, anybody watching clickbaity political thirst trap, I am not a group thinker. I think on my own as a grown ass man, right? And I am fundamentally surprised that these two, who have championed a lot of issues, even of race, that would like kind of dismiss a whole movement. I'm not even gonna lie, but if it really happened, that shit is problematic. So go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, because here's what it is, though. It's the fact that there's a couple things. If you watch the main show, you're still going to get some decent progressive politics, right? You're going to get enough progressive politics for you to not really be completely aware of what's going on. If you listen to Anna and Cenk on social media, on Twitter, on their Instagrams, if you listen to their little videos, if you listen to the interviews that they're doing in other places, you see them actively making nice with the very people who are going to be destroying this country in a very short order. And they're doing it. And they're doing it. Go ahead.
Being what you said, I'm announcing right now, I will do no more work. I don't know why. Something just said, I will do no more work with TYT, though. In its current capacity, I will.
Oh, wow, bro.
No more content. I will be on no more shows.
Here we go.
It's over for me. Like something just told me.
That is the shot.
I need to put it on Twitter.
That is the shot heard around the world, chat. That right there.
I need to text Cenk and Anna. Y'all can't call me for no more shows. I'm done with it.
What?
Yeah, in real life.
It's over. It's over.
Bro, I'm serious.
Damn, that's 100.
It's never been more over.
Somebody said, "What about Dr. Richie?" That's the only reason I have. That's the only reason I have tears in my eyes because I love Dr. Richie.
Shout out to Dr. Richie.
I love Dr. Richie more than I love the ground that I feel that I need to stand on in this point. Dr. Richie is a super strong will and will be for successful in everything. He got 1 million jobs for a reason. But this right now is me saying I can voice TYT in his current iteration. And if it means I'm never going to be in those people again, I accept that. But it's over at this point.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right. So let me lighten the mood real quick. The state of Oklahoma decided that they want to make sure that a lawmaker in Oklahoma, I think you have this, Ben. A lawmaker in Oklahoma decided that he wanted to enforce praying for Donald Trump as a mandatory religion in the state of Oklahoma.
Wait, okay.
You have that article?
Yeah.
Wait. No, was this in a school or something? I know Oklahoma is doing some weird stuff in their school system.
I'm gonna pull this up. One
where they got Bibles in the classroom. Oh, and here's the wild thing about the Bibles in the classroom, right? So they passed a law, Bibles in the classroom, Bibles in every classroom, right? We're going to teach from the Bible. And then that necessitated every classroom getting a Bible for every classroom, right? So, but where are they going to get the Bible? Well, not just from anywhere. You don't just get any Bible that you want, any translation that you want. Nope, 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 nope. It's got to be King James Version, and it's got to be like this, this, and this, right? And the main Bible that fits this description is the Trump Bible. I don't know if we've gone over this, we have, but I don't know if you all have seen this. They're selling a Trump Bible that is a combination Bible, Declaration of Independence, and Constitution, and it's got Lee Greenwood's song, the sheet music for the Proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. It's just a Bible with a bunch of other trash, which, if you've read your Bible, you know how it ends and says, curses be and plagues be to he who shall add upon these verses, right? The very end of the Bible, the book of Revelations, the end of the New Testament, the Christian Bible, right, says, do not write any more Bible. This is the end of the Bible. The Bible over. You cannot do that, or else you get curses and you get Indiana Jones shit. And that's what Oklahoma's going to get. They're going to get some faces of politicians melting down like ketchup and mustard, right? They're going to get that Indiana Jones shit called upon them because they have fucked with the Lord your God. And that's one beef that you do not want to start. But anyway, yeah. So anyway, the TLDR, right? It makes me wonder whether this is like they're praying for Trump in the classrooms or something. God, this has got to be such a fucked up age to grow up in. School shooter drills just completely normalized. Praying for Trump, not allowed to say gay.
And I don't want to minimize what you just said. Hey,
right.
Clickbaity viewers, guys. Mayor Mondale. I'm sorry, my brother. Mayor Mondale makes like real serious moves for his people. So I think y'all need to listen to that right there. If Mondale is
so whatever Anna was saying about this guy defending them, yeah, I mean he said one or two. He was shocked. He hasn't seen what Mondale's seen. He is surprised. He's legitimately surprised it's gotten that far. And I'm sure a lot of people at TYT, a lot of casual fans, viewers of TYT are in the same boat as Marcus right now.
Off that.
But he has at least got the decency to see that Mondale is coming from a very real place. And he's got some respect for that. It's not, I feel like the way that Anna characterized Marcus was just wrong.
It probably should be off that. So I'm automatically off that. Bruh, I don't know what made how hard you feel about it, but that's strong, man.
Yeah, look at his eyes. He's fucking serious.
Yeah, Mondale, I got one, man. One, I want to thank you for having. I mean, I always knew you were a principal brother, but if there's nothing else I know about y'all two brothers on the screen, y'all are some principal brothers, just as principled as I am, and that's why we rock together. It's also why we fell apart, but then we came back because we were like, we're gonna keep it 100, right? We no matter what, we always kept it 100 with each other, and now we're here. And what you just did, man, it speaks volumes because here's the nuance.
Shit, I'm getting emotional.
Y'all, this is what I need people to realize. You got to recognize when the ship is turning directions. You can't wait till it has completely turned directions. TYT is shifting. It is shifting because the captain and the co-captain are shifting. Cenk and Anna
are shifty.
Are shifting, and they're
shifty shifters. They're shifty McShifterson.
The same thing.
Shifty McShiftertons.
That all of these other people, Glenn Greenwald did the same thing. I don't know if y'all know Glenn Greenwald and from The Intercept, but Glenn Greenwald used to be safely on the left with progressive politics. And then he slowly but surely started floating out all of these right-wing talking points. And now he's fully aligned with the fascists on the right? TYT is headed in that direction, not because of John Iadarola, not because of Dr. Rashad.
We'll take a look at what John and Francesca have to say about this in a sec.
Richie, not because of the staff, not because of JR, none of them. It's because of Cenk and Anna. And they've made the decision that this is the direction that they want to take their company. And so, folks can stay there and wait until it's already fully fleshed out and it's already fully manifested. or you could see what's happening right now and take a principled stand. And that's what Mondale just did. So I salute you, brother. And I pray plenty of opportunities for you to I know you're not, hurting or wanting for anything, but also for your voice to just be heard. And so I pray that doors open up for you so that your voice could go even further than what it went with TYT.
Man, we opened up them doors for him.
Well, so I do want to say I do want to say one thing, because like I was on mute because I was having a conversation with my wife over here, because I didn't run that by her. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is our household, and you know what I'm saying? She just looked at me and she like, hell yeah, I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? Because she know who I am. She know who I am. And a lot of the times I tore down that monument. I didn't run it past my wife. I told her, don't be in North Carolina the day I did that. And she wasn't there. And I just went there and did it. And I didn't tell her I was going to do it. So sometimes I do shit that affects both me and my wife without asking her, not because I'm sexist or I want to show up in that manner, but because I feel like I can't look at her in the face if I'm lying to me. So I'm glad you're not upset.
Thank you, Sister Mondale. Thank you, Sister Robinson.
Wait, there's 2 revelations?
Hey man, hold on. Mondale, bro, on the real, as a person who knows you, man, I didn't know that shit meant so much to you. I didn't. I'm a little awestruck that you would do that, especially after our last show, right? So, I guess you know me. So, are there people at the network? Yeah, because you told me to have conversations straight up, right? Are there people at the network that are gonna mess with you? Is this gonna be a thing? Like, do you see that? Like, do you foresee issues? Like, what? Like, after this kind of statement, what happens? Because TYT is a big thing, and Cenk and Anna are powerful people. You know what I mean?
Ain't that powerful? I mean, come on. No. Let me be quiet. Mondale, you speak.
I think for me, we've watched, all 3 of us, you 2 with me, have been through it. Y'all were there through COVID, through all that stuff, and I mean, somebody's probably gonna say something. Somebody at the internet, they're gonna have something to say. All of them, you know what I'm saying? And there are people over there that I have relationships with, right? Rashad Richie, they're on the screen right now, actually. JR, John, and Francesca. But at what expense?
I mean, there it is. And that might be a clue of the next step. We've got members of TYT stepping away. We've got viewers of TYT stepping away. The next step seems to be hosts of TYT, employees of TYT stepping away. And that is one issue that the organization cannot deal with. I predict within the next year, there will be no more TYT. Now, that doesn't mean, I'm not saying that Cenk and Anna are going to go anywhere, because I don't think they will. But I think that if we have, this is the first ripple. This is like the stone going into the pond, right? And it's just going to be like ripple, 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 ripple. So many ripples, 1,000 ripples, each ripple creating other ripples. That with enough people saying what Mondale just said and stepping away from the show, this organization cannot continue as it is. I predict that Cenk and Anna will not have TYT by their names. I don't even know if they're going to stay. I mean, I'm assuming now that they'll stay together as some sort of a team, just because Cenk has very much followed Anna's lead now. But yeah, that segment kind of took my breath away.